Hey, welcome into a special Super Bowl edition of the Sexiest Men Alive podcast. I'm Nate Wallace, St. George, Utah. Wyatt, who's normally in Idaho, he's sitting here with me. What's up?
St. George, Utah, Holla, Washington.
That's a good time.
Utah.
It's a good time. He's moved in. He got kicked out of his double wide.
I didn't pay my lease.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Normally we'd expect something like that from Carlos Jones. Hey Carlos, how are you, buddy?
I'm black and I'm proud.
Oh, it's February. Carlos, it's February.
Right it is.
Oh.
Yeah, you motherfuckers done messed up now.
Oh, this is fantastic. Just fantastic. Derrek, how are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. Can you believe we got 18 more days? Is it 18? 16. Thank goodness for short February. More days of Carlos.
It's been good so far, though. It's been really good. I've been enjoying it so much.
Started out well.
There's some darkness inside of you, Nate. So, you know what I mean? You're just a light-skinned brother.
Oh, I do have some darkness in me, don't I, Carlos?
You're black like the new coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Who knew that guy was black?
Is Lovie Smith? He looks pretty white with his new beard. Looking like Kris Kringle.
It's predominantly white.
Black Papa Smurf.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. I love the
He
drama.
came back from the grocery store getting milk. That black Papa Smurf.
Went right over my head. What are you talking about?
What? You know how my dad disappeared to get milk in the grocery store?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Cigarettes, boys.
Hey, Carlos's dad is still around.
What?
No, it's true.
Golf clap.
Listen, I'm not going to put up with this from the Proud Boys sitting side by side on the couch. And White Commander down here, you know.
Washington. Yeah, we are in Washington.
Spider
Shout out
jacket.
the Washington Commanders.
Oh, my heavens.
Did you hear about John Riggins? Like,
No,
he's
what
pissed.
is he whining
Like,
about now?
He's pissed and wants his name taken off of the mural, whatever, because he goes, I'm not a commander. I don't know what this is. I feel disenfranchised. I didn't play for the Commanders. I played for the Redskins. Like, oh, yeah, just look it up. He is not fucking happy.
John Riggins is that upset about it?
Oh, yeah. He's very upset about it. Yeah, just look it up. Google it
Do
for a
the
hot
Baltimore
second.
Colts, the old Baltimore
That
Colts
might-
get pissed they're not Ravens? Or
Well, I think all the old Baltimore Colts were all white people. And so when they came to the Ravens, that team got a lot darker. I don't like it.
Yeah.
yes, they did.
Oh, man.
That John Riggins, and I don't always call it, but that might be one of the more white privileged stances to
Oh, yeah.
take.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of, I
For
can't, you know.
Riggins.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Disenfranchised because you won't call it the Redskins. Whatever.
Oh, man.
So you
Well,
people roll, man.
Share a Coke and smile. You know?
Hey, what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about, like, the
Well-
Super Bowl or something?
I would like to see
The
if
fix is-
Carlos
Yes.
would like to recant his, hey, replay last week. Do we got it, Bob?
Oh,
No,
boy. Go
we
ahead.
got it right
Go
now.
ahead.
But Carlos did say that 100% there was no possibility because the fix was in
Mhm.
that the
Yeah.
Chiefs would clearly decimate the Bengals.
Yeah.
Right.
And he wanted the Bengals to win, but the fix was in.
Yes.
But where's the fix? Where's the fix,
Right
Los?
in the main
I'm glad
man.
that you asked. So let's understand something. And let's just stay with me here, Derek, because the fix
I'm
is
with
in.
you, buddy. You're my
So
guy.
if you remember, so the game is going according to plan. Casey is dominating, right?
Right?
Pat Mahomes is doing Pat Mahomes things.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the score at halftime? They were up a couple touchdowns.
21-10.
21-10, right? They got greedy. Instead of just kicking a field goal, they fucked up and didn't score points going into halftime, right? Then guess what happened? the same thing that happened in the Rams and the Tampa Bay game, right? Someone made a phone call at halftime, and all of a sudden, Pat Mahomes forgot how to be Pat Mahomes. He's dominating in the first half, right? people lose interest, right? They assume that, all right, Pat's going to do what he does. So they let him back in the game, right?
Gosh,
No different.
I see where you're going.
No
You're
different
a genius.
than the Rams being up 27-3, right?
Ugh.
Tom
Yeah.
Brady couldn't do shit. Then before you know it, it's 27 apiece all of a sudden.
The ratings have left because it's a boring game. You're a genius, Lowe's.
So
figured
here's
it
the
out.
thing, right? So the problem that you have, Derek, is you think that the fix is
Logic
in
and reality.
you think the fix is in who is going to. So if the money from the NFL comes from the TV contracts, but if they're not fucking getting
them at halftime, Lowe's.
They could adjust them. Maybe they're fungible. Are they fungible?
No, they were non-fungible contracts.
We're not
It's not
morons,
somebody just say,
Derek.
"Oh shit, we
Here's
lost viewership."
how this fucking shit
Fix
works.
this
you
game
guys,
in the second half.
Are you see? This is what's wrong with America.
Because then
You
it
just believe
would
fucking
require
anything.
literally everybody on the field to be on board.
You don't need everybody on the field to fix a game, Derek.
Just a couple.
Just like
puppets.
my man Flores said, right?
At halftime,
What do you think happened in the Ravens and 49ers Super Bowl when the lights went out for a half a fucking hour?
Beyonce didn't like the sparkle on her dress and chose to dim the lights.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, blame Beyonce.
Do you guys know that?
And she's
When all else
black.
fails, blame
So
a black lady.
Well,
Exactly.
she is in the
That's
NWO.
what we do. We do
She's
it
in
well.
the NWO with Oprah, Obama, Carlos, Hulk Hogan, Hall, Nash, K-Dog. No, that was a New World Order.
The
Sorry.
Queen,
Yeah.
the Gettys, the Rothschilds,
I love
and Colonel Sanders before he went
Carlos.
tits up.
I love your stance, buddy. I
Listen,
appreciate
You
your
always
dedication.
follow the money. Pat Mahomes fucked
Yeah.
up and threw a stupid ass interception. He wasn't supposed to do that,
Right.
right?
There
But
was so
I've
much
never.
money
I mean,
happening
listen.
at halftime.
Call me crazy, and I know I'm fucking retarded, right?
You're a
But
crazy
you
fucking
don't
retard.
But thank you. But Pat Mahomes doesn't all of a sudden forget how to play quarterback. They didn't make that many goddamn adjustments, and all of a sudden he can't complete shit. Now we're in fucking
He
overtime.
didn't scramble
Well,
either.
I'm
Fuck out of here.
So, Los, this will be the last question I ask. So, what are you implying? That Pat Mahomes was offered $100 million at halftime because their viewership was going down, so go throw the game?
So
Like,
let me ask
what
you.
are you saying?
Let me answer this in the form of a question,
Who
Derek. Let
Through
me
the
answer
game.
this in
No,
the form.
I asked the question. Who threw the game? Pat Mahomes? Andy Reid? Which one of these people are you saying threw the game because of a phone call? Like,
All of them.
God,
They knew what the fuck to do.
That's good.
They knew what the
Makes
fuck to
sense.
do.
Fair
You
enough.
don't
Fair
think Pat Mahomes?
Enough money will make it happen. You're
you
right.
You don't believe. I know you don't believe, which is fine. So here, let me just go back. Let me
How
go back.
much do you think they all got paid to throw the game at halftime?
Well, I don't know. Brian Flores got offered $100,000 per loss. So I don't fucking know. Who fucking knows?
100 million.
Like,
I don't know what
I
the
just
deals
don't
are.
see who dominates by
1
saying,
million
hey,
Bitcoin.
we should lose
Hey,
in the AFC Championship game.
Speaking of viewership, you guys, do you know that over 6 million people watched the Pro Bowl?
Ugh.
That's as many as
God,
like
those-
an
so
NBA
many
Finals game.
morons. Carlos, were you ever more offended than the Pro Bowl? Even the highlights. Did you watch any highlights?
You know, it's funny.
Oh.
I was scrolling through the channels. I didn't
Right.
know the Pro Bowl was on, and I just happened to see some football. Being like, what is this? Then I saw the Pro Bowl, and then 6 seconds later, I changed. I watched.
good
It was like
for
I watched a running play, and they're not even. You know what I mean? It was just so. I just changed the channel. It was dumb.
Yeah,
I did
Kamara.
enjoy the. I did enjoy the Pro Bowl skills competitions. I watched all of that.
Like those. How bad is Russell, man?
Yeah. Oh my God! Right?
Oh,
Jesus
dude.
Christ!
He
What happened?
embarrassed Mac Jones.
I really enjoyed the dodgeball game, but
So fun.
but
Did
yeah, I
Justin
didn't
Jefferson
watch
win
it.
that thing for the NFC?
Yes. Justin
You
Jefferson.
know what? You know what?
At the end.
You know what I did watch?
Diggs had
Huh.
best catch. I saw that.
I watched all the NHL All-Star shit. I watched the game.
So good.
I watched the skills competition.
Yeah.
I watched Tariq Hill being a stereotypical during his interview. Right. I watched Derek Carr for some strange reason. I don't know what the fuck he was doing at the trick shot competition. I watched all the NHL All-Star. I was very impressed with the NHL All-Star festivities.
I agree. That was fun stuff.
I like when there's
And
the
Nate
little narrow
Wallace-
And they hit it
has
in.
forever ruined the NBA All-Star game because I cannot wait to see Negroes flying through the air.
We seem to have lost Carlos in this transmission, everybody.
Shut me out again.
He's just dropping truth bombs on everybody. It's a true story.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Bobby
man.
Man, if you're watching this,
Shaking
I
his
need to learn how
head.
to be more offended. I'm trying to be more offended.
thanks, Carlos.
I said the R word, the F word. I'm one away from my three of a kind.
You two really look like family. I'm going to say it. You guys really look like family. I mean,
They do.
It's the squad. We're just a squad, bro.
Squad.
I don't know. Something's into that Mormon. You Mormon guys. You guys are all. It's a thing. Dub, you Mormon too?
Yeah.
I got my garment on too.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dark.
The wife beater.
Bitch. Yeah.
So what do you
Dude,
guys think about
yeah.
the Super Bowl?
Hey, here's what I think is great.
No?
Kendrick Lamar sucks.
This is what I think is great. I think all of us said we wanted to see the Bengals represent the AFC. Didn't all of us say that?
I
I
think
kind of wanted the Bills.
No. But we talked about the Bills, and we talked about obviously the Chiefs being there. But I love the fact that the Bengals are in it. I absolutely love it, and I hope that they throttle the Rams. My feeling is that defensive line is going to destroy the O-line of the Bengals, and I just don't think that Burrow is going to remain upright for a good portion of the game.
I saw a highlight of Aaron Donald in college tackling the quarterback and the running back on a handoff. He's so much. He's too much.
He's going to be hyped up for this game.
Well, I heard
Hyped
the
up.
Bengals had the 30th, ranked 30th in pass protection,
Yep.
and the Rams are like first in pressure.
number one.
A match made in heaven.
9 sacks, what's the over on 14 sacks?
Total is only 4, actually. And
I'm
I
taking
already
the-
took the over.
Extra over.
Yeah. 4
4 points?
I think it's 3.
4 sacks.
Yeah.
I'll take-
I think it's
let's-
3.5.
But
I'll
that's
look
for
it up
Aaron
for you
Donald
guys
by
for right now.
himself. Or?
No, I'm all about that. Here's my thought though, guys. They know that he was the most sacked quarterback in the league this year, and they gave him 9 sacks. Now Tennessee is third in pass rush without blitzing. The Rams are number 1, so you're right, Los. It's gonna be a problem, but they know that. I'd hammer the over on Joe Mixon receiving somehow. They're going to have to get the ball out fast.
They're gonna
Jamar
employ
Chase is going to do all that
the-
underneath stuff.
They're going to employ the Patriots offense.
Yes. Yeah.
2 steps, throw the ball, get it,
Yep. Because they know where they're at. They're not stupid. Like you saw them beat Tennessee.
Yeah, well, the problem is if they get down like 21-3, and they're going to have to get into the regular offense.
Oh yeah, they're going to
And
be
here
in real
comes
trouble.
Ron and the boys. Ooh.
Yeah, they were ahead of Tennessee the whole game, so that obviously helped. That's what's crazy. They were ahead of Tennessee the whole game and still got sacked 9 times. But so
Well, I will
this
admit, I
could be a
haven't-
problem if LA gets out ahead.
I don't know the last Super Bowl I watched. I probably won't watch this one either. But
Oh, buddy, this one's good. Come
Oh,
on.
that's a really good one.
Why are you on our sports podcast again? This fixes in. You don't watch sports. You don't play fantasy football.
because of the Rooney Rule.
We needed a black guy.
Well, we're glad to
Rooney!
have you.
Rooney!
You deserve a promotion. Thank you for your service. Happy February.
Bro, needed a job.
My apologies.
Yes.
Again.
Damages done.
My apologies.
I have a lawsuit coming against the Sexiest Man Alive podcast.
Oh, great.
Oh, God.
Well, you can take all that we have, which is basically this laptop and this camera.
1% control
We're not-
of the
But I
revenue.
still-
Mike's
but I
already
still
gone.
want a job on a- But I still want a job on a podcast, though. I want to sue you, but I still want a job.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Done. You're hired, Carlos.
Yeah. Again,
But you
Rooney
gave me
rule.
the worst job turning Stephen A. Smith. But you give the brother the worst job, set me up to fail. I'm starting to hate Stephen A. Smith. I kind of want to fight him.
Welcome.
I love him. I'm a big fan.
I would pay more to watch that fight than Logan Paul and his next.
You know what? I will
jabroni.
say this: I've gotten kind of blacked out. Like, you got to talk about something else. You know what I mean?
Pun
Like,
intended.
Take a minute or two to talk about the okay. Every fucking day, Stephen A. Every fucking day.
He's just angry about something, super angry.
It's either Kyrie or black coaches, and I'm just like, listen, I get it as a black man, I understand.
Anger.
But when I turn on or what am I watching? The first take at 7 in, I don't want to hear it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to hear about Westbrook and how he's fucked up the Lakers. I want to hear about Joel Embiid. I want to hear about Ben Simmons' trash ass. I still don't understand the hype with Ben Simmons. He sucks.
Oh, with you. Hey, do you guys want to talk about the trade deadline and all-star stuff?
Good slide.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so anybody have a take on any trades? Do you think Philly got better? Do you think the Nets got better? Do you think...
Dude, Philly got better because they went from that ESPN stat was so funny, like showing what Ben Simmons has done this year versus what Harden has done this year.
Did you guys see this?
Like comparing their years, so it's like 3-point shooting, and it puts LOL next to Simmons, and it's just he hasn't done shit. No rebounds, a game, no assists a game, no points per game.
Well, wasn't it the Sixers TV broadcast that did it? So I think the Sixers here's a picture of what the trade looks like statistically. Harden 22 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists for the year. 3-point shooting was this, and then Ben Simmons 0 in 3-point shooting. LOL. They put it on the broadcast. They put it on the broadcast. It's such a roast. Such a roast. So here's the thing. I mean, obviously, I'm not a Ben Simmons guy.
He's an island boy.
But if Kyrie can play and Durant is healthy, and now they have Seth Curry to shoot the ball.
Yes.
So you have right. And they got Drummond in that whole deal as well.
Yeah.
So
he's a one-trick pony, but
listen, he's a really good trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think the Nets are just fine, just fine. I almost think that when you have three guys that need the ball so badly, in Kyrie, Harden and KD, I think that's too much. I think that's too much.
But I mean, they played 2 years ago. They all played 16 games. But when they put,
they're 14-2.
Yeah, when they put
Is that the real stat?
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're incredible.
They were, but
I mean, I don't know that the Nets went backwards a whole lot in the trade. I do think the Sixers definitely got better, though, especially if Harden was not, intentionally not playing games.
Here's what really upsets me, Nate, is Harden's now played this game a couple of times. In
2
Houston.
Years in a row, he forced the trade.
I'm not happy. I don't like what's going on right now, and it's pissing me off. I want out. And he gets out, and he gets where he wanted to go, and all the hype and everything, and the fanfare, and the introductions. Barely a year later, he's like, I don't like where this is going. I want out. At what point do you dedicate yourself to something and make the team better? I was a very big Harden fan just 2 years ago, and now I really.
Let me tell you, if I may, let me tell you why I like what he does. I'm always a fan of players taking control of their career, right? And when Kyrie Irving decided to be a fucking asshole, I don't blame him. Fuck this life. I'm out of here too. I don't blame him. And then I'd rather be somewhere where I want to play versus, I don't like the way he leaves, right? You know what I mean? But this is what you got to do. It is what it is.
That's
AD does
fair.
it.
So do you feel it's more coincidence than him just being a dickhead?
No,
Like
I feel like
it's just a coincidence that it's 2 years in a row, which might be the case. I mean, Houston was
listen,
a terrible situation, and now he just got into another what turned out to be terrible situation.
Yeah, I feel if Kyrie plays, right, but I also hear who was saying it today. I think it was Big Perk or yesterday was talking about how they hold him accountable, but they don't hold Steph or Kyrie accountable to shit, and they make all these exceptions for him and all these things. He ain't even fucking showing up. You know what I mean? So,
but why would that happen, though? But that doesn't make sense to me. Like that, why would that happen?
What do you mean? Because they capitulate to the stars, right? They let them do this shit, right? And then Kyrie's not living up to his part of the bargain. He's taking more heat than the other fucking person. Why am I going to sit here and do his dumb shit? Fuck, I'm out. Yeah. So I don't blame him. Like I don't care. Like they make too much money for me to give a shit, right? But I rather, especially as good as Harden is, like.
He's already played with Durant too.
I'd rather him go somewhere and be Harden versus having what did he have 2 points the other day or something, 4 points, or now he's got this phantom hamstring dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, or Ben Simmons and his mental illness, stupid shit. Like, that's why
I actually think this was best for everybody. It was best for everybody. Ben Simmons gets to go somewhere where he now has other primarily offensive players around him, so it's the best situation for him and the Nets. And Simmons was never meshing with Embiid from the very beginning. It just didn't work. It's just, I mean, they were both really good players. Obviously, Embiid's super elite, and I still think Ben Simmons is a really good player. Just the one thing he's bad at, he's so bad at it, becomes a liability. But I think he's in a better situation, and I think Harden's in a much better situation. That helps Joel Embiid really spread everything out. This is truly one of those win-win trades, given where everybody's heads were at, given what Harden wanted, given what Simmons wanted. I just think this was a true win-win.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Back to Simmons, just that point real quick. I don't know what it is about. I mean, we've talked before about who our top players are and things like that. I am such a skill-based guy, Wyatt, and I got into a bit of an argument about Shaquille O'Neal this week.
I like it.
Because, I mean, I just, like, I have a hard time putting him in the pantheon of, like, the top 5, 10 players ever, just because of this. I have a hard time putting Shaquille O'Neal in the top 5 pantheon. Like, I would always put Kareem, or I'd always put Hakeem Olajuwon ahead of Shaq. Because and don't get me wrong,
the genetic lottery.
Well, yes, yeah. but not only that, it's like Shaq couldn't shoot the basketball. A key element of basketball is being able to shoot the basketball,
you
and that's why Giannis hasn't hit my top 2 or 3 players, because his skill gap with shooting is so far below some of the people in my head.
The greatest of all time, sure.
Right. But that's just where I have issues. Sorry. That's where I have issues with certain, like, lists of greatness or whatever. Ben Simmons, I have a hardest time with him because he is a guard. He's not a center. He's not a power forward. He's a guard with great ball skills that cannot shoot the ball.
Or won't shoot the ball.
I thought he was more of a 3.
No, he plays point guard.
He plays point guard a lot.
He plays point.
Okay, so does Jokic.
Point forward, if you will, but he's still a point guard, right?
That's fair.
But for Jokic to be a significantly better shooter than Ben Simmons is a huge problem for me. I just always had problems with guys like that. Like, especially if you truly do play the shooting guard position and you shoot like 36% from the field, you're a terrible shooter. Yeah. So, anyways, I just have issues with that. So, but I just, all I'll say is this: I think that if they can get Simmons to a level with his body, I think he'd be really a huge addition, because he's an incredible defender, really good rebounder. Right. He can play the point forward position. Long. He can set guys up. He's long, great passer.
All that other stuff is excellent.
Yeah.
But this one thing is so important.
Yeah. That I just have serious. I have
that's
serious
why
issues
I think
with that.
him going there could be perfect. Here's the deal. If this were 1992, Ben Simmons would be considered one of the greats.
Not the era argument again. He's too light-skinned. No. Carlos is right.
That's not an era argument. It's a reality argument that it wasn't as valued. Mid-range shooting, three-point shooting, all that stuff wasn't nearly as valued. If you were a player like Giannis or Ben Simmons who could get to the basket, those were the superstars of the day.
Oh, yeah.
So the game definitely has changed. He's just a little past him. I think a guy like Zion, maybe, too. I don't know.
Yeah. And in the early 90s, it was still an inside-outside game. So at 6'10", they would have put him down low somewhere. And he's a bitch, and he's light-skinned, and he's got no offensive repertoire to speak for. He wouldn't have made it in the 90s. Them dudes were banging.
None of these guys would have made it in the 90s. I'm just saying their game overall. They're all bitches.
Yeah, it's a different era for sure.
I take offense to that. Shaquille O'Neal is the greatest center of all time. If you put all the great centers up against each other, he dominates. You know why he has to develop a jumper? Because he'll put his dick in your fucking face.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't hate Shaquille O'Neal by any means. It's just that
you don't have him in your top 5. He's
all
my
time?
starting center all time.
All time?
You take all the top centers, right? You take them all. Kareem,
Hakeem Olajuwon,
Bill Russell, Olajuwon. You take all the greats.
And Shaq. He's
poster tag.
Shaq is a top 5 center all time for sure.
Oh.
Well, who you put in front of Shaq? That's the 5. Who you put in front of Shaq?
Everybody you just said.
Are you fucking crazy?
No. All of those guys. I would take them all over him. I would take every one of those guys before I took Shaq.
The only guy that's even going to give him an issue is Kareem Olajuwon on the offensive side. None of those guys are stopping him from doing what the fuck he wants to do. He will back them all, especially in their prime. You give me Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 7 foot whatever, 113 pounds, against Shaquille O'Neal, 1,800 pounds fucking gorilla in the fucking post. I'll take fucking Shaq, dunking all over him and fucking his wife in front of him and the children.
But if you're running an offense through a guy like Shaq, or you're running an offense through a guy like Hakeem, you have so many more options with a guy like Hakeem. Way more options. You can run so much better offense through a guy like Hakeem, period.
Who's the more dominant player versus who's going to help your team win more type of argument.
Yeah.
And
Shaq and his 4 fucking rings. Shaq and his most dominant big man ever against these little skinny fucks. The only guy who
he can't dribble. He can't shoot. I'm out.
I've seen him dribble. I've seen him put the fakes on Jordan in warm-ups.
He did do that too. He did do that.
I've seen him lead fast breaks. He could pass with his back.
I mean, if we're talking like comedy, he's the number 1 center of all time. What's the, Big Trouble in Little China.
Dominating.
What in the world? How is she upright?
Well, I'll tell you.
You've dealt with this plenty of times, buddy.
Hey, Mandingo.
I don't have that.
Tell us, Mandingo, what happened.
So let me tell you guys something. Just because you have a big, long dick doesn't mean everyone can take all the dick. So you have to, ration it out. If she don't dick, you give her 2nd. There's a little pain. Okay? Now, clearly, she's about the size of his dick, so he gives her probably about 80% just to let her know I'll kill you. Right? You know what I mean? So that's what we got to know.
Hey, happy Sabbath, guys. It's midnight. Happy Sabbath.
Oh, yay.
Welcome to Sunday, Carlos.
Super Bowl Sunday is here. The big game Sunday. We're not allowed to say Super Bowl, trademark infringement.
Blessed be Joe Burrow.
Oh. Joe Burrow. He's the closest thing to a black quarterback that we have representing the Super Bowl. That guy is awesome. His white woman is incredible. I wish him all the luck. I hope he makes it through the game because I don't know who his backup is, but his backup
we might be fixing to find out.
For real. Oh my goodness gracious!
Aaron
All right,
Donald is going to abuse that guard.
It's gonna be bad.
What do you guys think? I mean, do you think the Bengals defense can stop the Rams offense?
No. I got 34-17 Rams, and it's not that close.
Oh, close. You want to wager, and we can save the juice at the book?
excuse me, gambling guy. I'm not betting shit. I told you I'm not watching the game. I'm watching. I don't know what I'm doing.
Carlos, this is like one of the.
He's watching the Waste Management
like,
Open.
I'm with you a lot of the time, but this is a good one.
This is a good one.
Don't you know what the commercials aren't that great. We got the mid '90s rap fucking Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that.
Listen,
whatever.
Man, Kendrick Lamar.
White people know 2 songs by Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
Oh no, I don't know one song by Kendrick Lamar.
There you go. And
DNA, Humble.
Won't know most of the fucking hip hop songs. Gotta be fucking singing along. This shit is horrible. What else is on TV? I'm not watching it.
DNA.
The Open is over.
Yeah.
I think there's a PGA event in Arizona, Carlos.
Oh man, that Arizona PGA event has been neat.
You can watch a rerun of the Pro Bowl.
The Waste Management Open.
I might just take a nap.
Be humble.
Wherever I end up for the Super Bowl, whoever got the best food. I'm not watching any of. I'm just there to eat. I'm going to fuck home.
Cincinnati chili, it is. Good job, buddy.
Skyline Chili.
How about pies?
The Skyline wins.
Hey, I have a real wager for Carlos.
CJ Ozuma is going to bathe in Skyline Chili.
He is going to bathe in Skyline Chili.
If the
Hey,
Bengals win.
Carlos, instead of betting money, what if the Bengals win? Will you eat Skyline Chili?
I will listen. I will eat that hemorrhoid off of your asshole before I ever eat Skyline Chili ever again.
You would? Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds pretty Rams kicker, guys. That sounds pretty Rams kicker.
And here's the deal: if LA wins, I will eat In-N-Out. It's freaking horrible.
In-N-Out is trash too. Listen, I want the Bengals to win. If I'm betting money, I just think that the Rams are going to win.
We're not betting money. We're betting your gastrointestinal organ.
Put your mouth where your mouth is, Carlos.
Bingo.
Put your mouth where your mouth is.
I want my mouth in the womb of a white woman.
Oh boy, here we go.
No. Hey, I think your name up there is not I'm Los Jones, bitch. It's I'm Los Jones, bitch.
Oh,
That's
you.
Oh,
That
comma. There's a comma.
Yeah.
That sounds too ethnic.
No, that's you. Make the bet. Eat Skyline.
Loyalty.
Bet.
That's his other song, Kendrick Lamar. Loyalty. They're repetitive, man. They're real repetitive.
The Matrix.
This is the worst halftime
Wyatt
show
was totally stuck.
And they have
the worst halftime show ever.
There's some chick too, right? It's not Mary J. Blige. Someone?
Yeah, it is Mary J.
No,
Blige.
it is Mary J. Blige.
Missy Elliott, maybe? No?
No, it's Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
When was her last hit? 90.
90.
Yeah, it's
All right.
the worst.
2003.
It's the worst.
Okay, let's
Do you
all
not
give.
Do you not feel a little sentimental? Do you not feel a little, like, nostalgic,
During the
Carlos?
height of gang violence and the East Coast, West Coast rap beef, I want no part of this. I'm not watching
Wow.
this. Super Bowl.
Give peace a chance, East and West.
Sounds like somebody from the middle of the country.
Come on, Bloods and Crips, give peace
Yeah.
a chance.
I'm out. I don't want to hear gin and juice or ring a ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. I don't want to hear.
Keep your heads ringing.
Hello, who? My name is what? I don't want to
Oh, what? Oh, what?
Hi,
I wanna
Tim. Do
hear
you
it
like
all.
Primus? Do you want 9? I don't know who Primus is. I don't want to hear this kid.
Primus
I
sings the
know who
South Park.
Primus is. I'm
No.
well
See,
aware.
there you go. Hey, I'll tell you songs about Kendrick Lamar, and you can tell me who Primus is. I don't fuck.
All right.
I'm out on this
You,
Super Bowl.
you keep your black rage. I'll keep my
White
90s
privilege.
You'll keep your white privilege.
privilege.
Yes,
West
Yes,
Coast,
I will.
East Coast. Freaking.
I'm kind of upset. Derek, you should have had me at the house and we could do a tandem thing like these two Proud Boys here.
I'm not that proud, man. I sat
You
down
look
and
like
I'm
you'd
being
be
humble.
Warm to cuddle with.
Sit
I
down, be
am a good
humble.
cuddler, and I do run hot. So, yes, we could definitely cuddle up there in the basement. Bring your crazy white dog. I like seeing the shots you guys put on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Cooper.
Play some Oculus.
Speaking of Cooper Cup, Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's. Yeah.
We
So,
had Coach of the Year on the Titans.
hey, did they get the end of season awards correct, guys? So,
Micah Parsons, rookie defense.
oh, here comes the dog. Here comes the dog. Cooper
There we go.
Doodle. Hey, Cooper Doodle. I follow you on all of the TikToks and the Instagrams. Look at that dog.
He loves peanut butter.
Look at that dog.
Hi,
Oh,
friends.
what a quality animal.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. That's a good boy. Sit down.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
You
good
gotta
boy.
be humble.
Okay. Sick him. Sick him,
No more
Cooper.
questions. No more
I'm
questions.
sicko mode.
Hey,
Going
did
real
they
with
get
this,
Aaron
you know.
Rodgers right? Was that the right MVP pick?
Well, I mean, he
Yeah.
is with State Farm, so that's my Aaron Rodgers impersonation. Got to talk through that nose.
He is with State Farm.
Well, I mean, Shailene Woodley does, all the things. So
He took a couple of steps down with Shailene Woodley. I was a little disappointed with that one.
Well, he's had some hot women. Didn't he date Olivia Munn?
Smells.
Right, he could've
Mungane.
never got her fucking
Dude,
sexy
Olivia
ass.
Munn.
Oh,
He should have stayed right
right,
Yeah.
right at the top. Right
there.
at
That
the top.
was, yes. She's
Right in the
hot.
middle.
Oh
Hey,
my
babe.
goodness.
Olivia Munn can be on my celebrity exception list, right?
Yeah, she's the same mix as April, right? She's the
Hey,
same mix as
babe,
April.
Henry Cavill,
Same
my
thing as
celebrity.
April.
Ugh,
No, that's gay.
it's
Little
fantastic.
better
Yes,
version.
I love Henry
Oh,
Cavill.
dear.
You know what I mean? Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, good heavens!
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Henry
Evan.
Hey,
Cavill
hey.
has replaced my man crush over Thor. I love Henry Cavill. I just binge watched The Witcher, and
Witcher 2. There's
I
2
gotta-
seasons.
that guy is great. I love him. He's big. He's
Henry
sexy.
Cavill?
Yeah, I fucking love him. Oh,
Nah, I'm still
My type of guy.
I'm a Thor guy. I'm a Thor guy.
Henry does it for me. It's the dark features, and he seems more angry. Thor's they made him too goofy. Thor only has one eye.
Plus, he turned into like a fat gamer.
What are we talking about?
This conversation.
Yeah.
closes.
Oh, it's so
He
good
got
though.
the short hair. I like the longer hair Thor, but yeah,
Something to grab
Cavill.
onto.
I like Henry Cavill.
I believe.
Plus, he's got that hammer, if you know what I mean.
Big old hammer.
Him that hammer.
Mjolnir.
On the Rainbow Road. Right? Isn't there one of
I've been
those?
watching. Have you guys seen Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen parts
I'm
of
the
it.
last guy in America who hasn't seen.
I watched like the
Yellowstone.
first episode and I haven't watched it anymore.
It was my one other black friend, Avery, that told me about Yellowstone.
Now me and
And
Avery
he
got
was
to fight.
dead on.
Now me and Avery
It's
got to fight.
freaking
There
brilliant.
can only be one.
You're the last one.
The quickening. The blackening is
The
The blackening.
I'm offended.
I'm sorry. Take it back.
Oh, totally canceled.
Oh,
Hey,
fantastic.
good times, guys.
Hey, buddy. Well, hey,
What else?
before we leave, I want one Super Bowl prediction from everybody. Something that's going to happen in this game.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg pulls Eminem's
In the
TV
game.
out.
Somebody slips up and they get too many niggas get slipped through the censorship, and white people riot because Black Lives Matters, and it's all bad.
No, during the game, you twits. During the game, not halftime.
Oh,
I'm watching the
Eminem
Oh,
is gonna.
Eminem gonna call Dr. Dre
The
a nigga.
game.
Come on,
speaking
here.
of M&Ms, I had they have key lime M&Ms
Gross.
now. It's like a white chocolate key lime flavor.
You're like white chocolate.
Oh, you
Made with
are.
white chocolate, and he's got a big package.
So, what do you think?
Me?
I'm not
Bold
lying.
take. I got a hot
Prediction,
take.
Carla. Bold prediction. Go ahead. What?
Aaron Donald gets a safety.
That's good.
Put money on it.
That's good.
Okay, Donald with the safety. I
They're
think
gonna get
Jamar
14 sacks
Chase.
This game still.
I think Jamar Chase is going to get one over the top. I think he's going to get one over the top. That's my
Jalen Ramsey?
yeah. That's my bold prediction. He's going to get one over the top.
He's down there
What
somewhere.
about you, Los? A bold prediction for the game?
It's fixed. And I'll be watching something
sure it
else.
is.
You'll be watching curling. Hey, did
I don't
you?
know.
Did you guys
I'm gonna
skating
say
on?
Go ahead.
Joe Mixon gets 7 receptions in this game, and Joe Burrow rushes for over 20 yards, which is like double what his line is. Like, he's going to find a way.
Derrek, how much money do you have riding on the game tomorrow so far?
Let's just see.
1 times 2 is 2, 5, 7, 8, 2, 8,
$74.
No, not
I
bad.
think Joe Burrow needs to go back.
A little
and
quiet
watch,
for you.
No, I got some things going on.
I think Joe Burrow needs to go back and watch Patrick Mahomes' performance last year and just realize it's going to be part 2 of that shit. Running for his life, throwing the most unbelievable incompletions of all time, and dying. He's going to die. It's going to be bad.
Bet. Skyline Chili, bet.
He's
Listen,
going to
that's
pull
the
out that
despicable
knee again.
shit.
That'd be a sad thing.
I want to see it.
Well, I just give myself diarrhea for 3 days. I'd rather have
Yes,
COVID than
then
eat
fine.
Skyline chili.
So that's yes, you'll bet. That's
What
yes.
about best commercial? Have you guys?
Yes.
I saw a
I'm not
Doritos.
It's going to be a Doritos one. It's always a Doritos one, right?
Hey, peer pressure's a thing. Skyline Chili bet.
We're still on the chili.
That's 40 plus years old. Peer pressure
Let's
still
think
happens.
of it.
It does now.
Yes. Yeah, you'll fold, Carlos. I know. You want to know how I know? This is how I know you're going to fold to the peer pressure. Are you ready? You drove a Chrysler 300.
That is pretty.
Oh, wait, hold on. Not only did he drive a Chrysler 300, tell him about the car you had before the Chrysler 300 there, Carlos. What was it?
Nate, we supposed to be brothers, man.
What was the car you had before the 300? It was another Chrysler. It was another Chrysler.
Was it
Yeah,
a
we're
LeBaron?
talking about
Tell him
Black
about the
history.
car you had before the 300, Carlos.
Yeah, tell us some black history.
Hey, by the
I had
way,
a
what
Toyota-
size of wheels? What size of wheels did you have on that 300, Carlos?
20s.
I had a Toyota Avalon in between Chryslers.
That's true. I forgot about that. But tell everybody the size of wheels that were on your Chrysler 300.
Were they?
I will not niggerize myself on this here podcast.
Is that similar to
He had a Sebring. He had a Sebring.
Okay.
He had a Sebring.
with 20s?
No, they were factory, I think. And then he drove a nice Avalon. It was like an 01 or an 02 Avalon.
Yeah,
You
it's
had,
like a
it was a
Mission
black.
President
It was
car.
black with tan interior, right, Carlos?
Nope, it was a white XL 03 with the tan interior.
Ugh. But then he had
Enough of this.
I remember the day he
Carlos,
pulled up in the
on
300 in
air,
front of the
Skyline
dealership,
Chili
and
bet.
I started laughing immediately, just immediately.
Yeah. How many hoses
There's a
got out
black
of the back
300
seat?
with the blacked out rims with the Rolls Royce grill on black
The
23.
peer pressure. He was driving an Avalon. He just couldn't do it anymore. He's like, oh gosh, what am I
Toyotas are
doing?
boring.
He could never pull up. He could never pull up to the crib where in that car.
I drive a Ford F-150 King Ranch now, sir.
You have been watching Yellowstone. Kevin Costner sounds like the rock monster from the Neverending Story. His voice is so gravelly. It looks like a big, strong ranch. But now my boy's dead, and my wife is dead, and the nothing's coming, and there's a wolf chasing my horses,
Nothing's coming.
and there's a flying dog.
There's a flying dragon dog. Sing the
I feel
song.
like you two have built a cross to burn tonight. Are you guys okay? You guys, I'm feeling really nervous. You two.
Do you mean
right
a
now.
cross
You
to
look like-
bear? We've yoked our
You guys look
burden.
like the father and son that murdered Ahmaud Arbery down in jail.
Yeah, do you have any appointments with Planned Parenthood clinics or anything like that?
Oh, that's so
Listen,
good.
my nickname in college was
so
Cotton Me.
Carlos.
That's so
High
good.
five.
Well done.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Hey, before we leave, I just want to say one thing. Get something off my chest. The All-Star teams were selected, right? All-Star teams were selected.
Right.
And they have that draft. And you know how they get to pick
Yeah,
which
the
players are going to be on their
playground
team?
style.
Number one player picked, Durant picks Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Who was the last of the starters picked?
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, you'd think.
You would think.
I didn't see.
Yoke.
Was it Jokic? No, it was Harden.
No, of the starters.
Oh, starters.
They pick all the starters first, and then they get to pick the rest of them.
Was there any other white starters?
No.
Well, there you go.
Steph Curry.
Must be Black History Month.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Sounds like collusion to me.
Oh my gosh.
The fix is in.
Did you
Good night,
guys-
everybody.
Did you see the video though of who went dead last after all the starters were picked? They go through the rest of the all-stars and they get down to the bottom. Did you see that one?
It was Goldberg.
So that was the day that Harden got the trade, that they did the draft. And the last two players were Harden and Gobert. And it was Durant's turn to pick a teammate.
There's two left.
And he could pick Harden or he could pick Gobert. And Durant's like, well, we're going to need some more size down low to deal with some of their bigs.
Doesn't Brady.
What the heck is going on?
Well, Harden's got the hamstring, so you know.
Oh, it was so bad. So bad. Anyways, whatever.
Nate,
I got
where's
feelings.
Portugal? Right here. Are you sure it's by Portugal?
I can't. My arms
I like maps.
All right. Love you guys. Happy Super Bowl.
Good night, guys.
Like
Good
and
night.
share, everyone.
Go
What
Bengals,
fun.
go Bengals.
Thanks for
Go
listening.
Bengals.
Is out.
Oh, I'm in. All right, boys.
These two
Good
things
night,
are
everybody.
so stinky.
Where the heck is my cursor?
Good night to you, kings
There
of
we
New
go.
York, you
All right.
princes of New England.